Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Star Ladder Pro League Season 14 group stages. This is Game 2 of a best of 2 between Broodmothers and GUS Gaming. Broodmothers took Game 1 in a spectacular fashion about 35 minutes in, and well, Broodmothers are saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going straight back in with the Mirana Shadow Demon combo, so they're going to try to get the most out of that. Switching sides this team, so maybe we'll see Mirana Shadow Demon only works in the Dire, not the Radiant. I think the Dire advantage is pretty nice to have when you're Shadow Demon, but, well, GUS Gaming, they're not holding anything back. They're starting out with a Tusk Alchemist. Very, very greedy. Tusk is going to be a great initiator. Kind of fill in the role of that Earth Spirit with those snowballs to start things off, but having that extra damage of the Walrus Punch, that's going to be key now. Now, Alchemist, he's going to be most likely their mid laner, and he's just going to be raking in the gold. He's going to be top of the net worth chart no matter what, so we'll see what he's really able to do with that. If he wants to go for more of that Ag Synth type and just give everyone their Aghanim Scepters, or if he wants to go very greedy, go for that Radiance, go for that Echo Saber, go for a Bloodthorn, something crazy like that. Let's see some new items. We haven't seen a whole lot aside from maybe the new way to build Desolator. So going on to third pick here, Night Stalker has been banned out against GUS. I'm not quite sure that was the play there, but man, Broodmothers, they're going in for the Gyrocopter, so they're taking components of the draft that they liked, and well, they're keeping them for themselves. Gyrocopter's a great source of early damage. He'll be able to follow up very, very well with the disruptions, the Mirana arrows, and I think Broodmother's draft is off to a super solid start. They still need to pick up a mid laner, they still need to pick up an off laner, but they've got lots of options. Beastmaster's banned out, but Darkseer's actually still in the pool, and I think Darkseer could be a serious contender here just because he has a lane that's so stable. You're not really going to lose a lane as Darkseer. You might not win, you might not get a bunch of kills, but it's very easy to get the farm that you need to build a mech or arcane boots or a crimson guard. But that rider picked up once again for the Radiant, or for GUS Gaming, who was on the Radiant last time, and we'll see what they're able to do with that that's different than last time. So going in fourth pick now. Again, they do still need a mid laner, they do still need an off laner. Queen of Pain might be a great pick for mid here, so slippery, but if Quap is caught out by the Bat Rider, it might be pretty difficult. I think Quap might do very well against the Alchemist. Nyx Assassin picked up, most likely going to be the off laner for Broodmothers. I love this pick. It's going to force GUS to buy Invis detection constantly. That's going to make Tusk and their other support even poorer, and it just has the potential to completely burst down everyone in their path.
Radiant team ban.
So now it looks like Slark will be picked up as the core for GUS. I like that a lot. I think it's going to combo well with the Alchemist. One thing I worry about is that GUS are going full melee here. They've got the Slark and the Alchemist and the Tusk as heavy damage dealers, but everyone on Broodmothers can just kind of walk away. Mirana's got a leap, Shadow Demon can disrupt and run away. Gyrocopter, he could missile and walk away, he just has phase boots and he's generally pretty speedy. And Nyx Assassin obviously can just impale you and Vendetta right on out of there, so where is GUS Gaming gonna have their catch? Yeah, they've got the unstable concoction from the Alchemist, but that's not necessarily a guaranteed hit, and Bat Rider definitely can be effective at catching someone down, but again, that's one hero out of 5 that have the potential to turn and kill you, so we'll see what's going to go down here. Slark with the pounce is going to be helpful as well, but I think Broodmothers have the tools to be able to deal with this. So Wisp is going to be banned out as the final pick. Wisp Slark can be very effective. Wisp Alchemist as well makes that guy regen like an absolute crazy man, but well, last pick will be an Undying. I do like this pick. I think GUS, they know how to play it well. It's probably a comfort pick for them, but we'll see what they're really able to get done. Queen of Pain will be the last pick. I'd like to shout myself out for calling that at third pick, but I think it's going to be incredible burst damage coming up from Broodmothers, and I rarely call it at a draft win, but I think this is like a 70-30 draft win. I just really, really like the draft. I think it's going to be incredibly strong early game. I think it's going to be very, very hard for GUS to really get in there, get the lockdown they need, because they've got very single target abilities. The Tombstone is nice for zoning, but in terms of pounce, in terms of Bat Rider going in with the lasso, Tusk with the Walrus Punch initiation, that's going to be one hero lockdown out of 5 that have the potential to kill you. So we'll see what they're really going to be able to get done here, but I would be surprised if GUS take an early lead in this. So again, everyone is loaded in, but we're just gonna wait till there's a GUS symbol. There we go. That's exactly what we're looking for, and well, hopefully you enjoy game number 2 again of the Starladder Pro League Season 14. This is the first day, second series, second game of the second series, so we've been at this for a little bit now, and well, this will be, if Broodmothers are able to take this game, it'll be the last game of the day. If not, we force this to a game number 3, where GUS have the chance to move themselves forward in this series, so we're gonna have our admin reconnecting, waiting for the G call. And yeah, just hopping back and forth here. Let's look for some fun effigies there. Windrunner's got the Shia LaBeouf, or Wyvern has a Shia LaBeouf. Just do it. Oh boy. I've got some decent effigies on the side of Broodmother. I think I'm a new fan. Although, vodka with Brewmaster drinking is pretty great as well. I do want to say, once again, I'm sorry for my voice here. I am getting over the flu. So I'm quite sick. I've got my tea here, I've got some water and some tissues, but if you hear me coughing or sounding gross, it's, well, not because I'm allergic to casting, just because I have a crazy bad runny nose. Looks like we are going to be hopping back in as Alchemist has reconnected. Okay, no, we're not. A little bit of a tease there. I'm ready to get on with the action. Alright, so it looks like the Roche Pit will be circled, so Broodmothers might be planning to go for a nice early gank. It's still too early to see what items people are picking up, but I wouldn't put it past Shadow Demon to grab up another smoke and go for another successful smoke gank this time, depending on how many resources Dire are going to invest at going for this top or bottom rune. Oh boy. So get ready to fight. Indeed, that Sven effigy getting me hyped up for this game number 2. And I'm eager to get started with things. So again, I'll be your caster Annie, aka Android. I hope you've enjoyed the cast so far. My first cast back after a little bit of a break, because I was pretty sick, but hopefully I'm shaking off the cobwebs, bringing you some nice action, and I will be casting daily for the rest of the tournament, so go ahead and follow this channel if you want to keep informed with all the Starladder Pro League action in English. I think there's Russian casting elsewhere. But yeah, again, hope you enjoy. My Twitter is over there on the sidebar to the left, right of the screen, and I will tweet whenever I go live so you guys can see when the games are happening. Some nice doodles going on the mini-map. Let's see what we're going to start drawing here. It looks like there will be, I guess, angel wings, and Nyx is just circling the map. Alright, we got the go call. Hopefully it's for real this time. There we go. Alright, we are hopping on in once again. Welcome back to the Starladder Pro League Season 14. Let's get on with it. On the side of Broodmothers on the Radiant, we are going to have S224J on the Nyx Assassin. It's going to be Gyrocopter being played by Focus. Everyone's smoking up now. We've got Relax on the Marana. Kaiser going to be on that Queen of Pain, and Ill going to be on that Shadow Demon. So let's ignore that. Whoops. And on the side of the Dire, on GUS, we've got Fringe playing the Batrider. Everyone else going to be rotating out separately. Kef is going to be on the Tusk. Over here, we do have Lolek going to be on the Undying Droid, on the Slark. And finally, we're going to have Imba on the Alchemist. So it's going to be a smoke gank coming up. No one really caught out here. Dire have some spidey senses going on. They really don't want to get caught out here. That could be an unfortunate way to lose first blood, so it is going to be a pretty clean rune split. Batrider now moving towards the bot rune, may actually get caught out here. There's going to be a sticky napalm revealing himself, but Shadow Demon doesn't want to go in, not close range enough for the disruption. So now as the horn gets closer and closer, looks like Radiant, they're not actually going to commit a whole lot of resources to the bot rune. Instead, they want to rotate out, maybe see if they can grab both runes up top. Nyx holding onto a skill point, might be grabbing up that Impale, might be grabbing up that Mana Burn, or the Carapace, depending on what he needs, but it looks like Alchemist will skill Grievel's Greed and will be able to secure the first rune, so he's going to get himself a decent chunk of gold, already buying himself up a Quelling Blade with another 100 to go. And now Marana, she's able to get herself some decent positioning here, might be looking to roam. It is actually going to be the Quap grabbing out the rune, so mid gets a 1-for-1 rune split. Nothing too surprising there. Queen of Pain against the Alchemist should pretty heavily favor the Quap. Alchemist will be able to spray down the acid spray, but Quap doesn't really care. She needs to walk in, get a last hit, and walk away. So already starting things off on the right foot, getting that dagger harass onto the Alch. Meanwhile, top lane, Nyx might have a little bit of trouble here for the first few levels in the off lane up against the Undying. Undying is such a big, beefy target, able to really smack out the Nyx assassin, but Nyx has 2 mangoes, 3 tangos. Kind of rhymes, but he'll be a-okay down bottom. We do have Tusk getting very, very low. Could be first blood. Will in fact be first blood. Not able to handle the heat there. Going down to the Mirana. Tusk got a little too aggressive there after popping down the ice shards and just continued to walk into unfriendly territory and pays the ultimate price. So mid lane, we are going to have Alchemist forced to salve up right now. Gyrocopter is able to get a kill onto the Batrider once again, so it's going to be 2 for 0. Gyrocopter starting things off on the right foot right here as, well, Dire, they're just going in a little bit crazy, throwing themselves into the fire, and Gyrocopter, of all heroes, with that Rocket Barrage can spray out so much damage from level 1. Even Gyrocopter's right click at 53 can outdo Batrider's right click at 43, and just their survivability is not there on the Bat. He's got the Firefly, but oh man, there's so much damage. Speaking of damage, up top, Nyx Assassin will fall, bringing things a little bit closer to an even kill score as Droid able to pick himself up a nice kill, and Slark is a snowball hero, so getting those early kills on the Nyx will really stack up in his favor. Mid lane, Queen of Pain goes in with a dagger, will be able to get some nice hits onto the Alchemist, and now the Bounty Rune being protected by the Undying will be fed to the Alchemist with 2 points in the Greeble Screed. He's going to get a lot out of that. Invis Rune goes the way of Mirana. She's trying to find something here. She's got 1 point in the arrow, maybe wanting to go mid. We'll see what she's able to do here as Droid getting scouted up by the Nyx, but the Nyx nowhere near his level 6. In fact, he is level 1. Not grabbing up that 2 just yet, as he did fall early on. He's been forced out of XP range for a decent amount there. He finally gets his level 2, but Vendetta Nyx is something to be scared of. Level 2 Nyx is not whatsoever. Now Slark will go in with a pounce. They do have the damage here. Can they get Nyx down again? The Impale flies through, but Droid, he could look to reinitiate onto this Nyx. He does not have a TP for 20 seconds. He's trapped in here, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh man, it looks like he will be taking some Dark Pact damage. Undying, getting another kill onto the Nyx Assassin. This lane is not going well for the Radiant whatsoever. I had such faith in the Nyx, but until he's able to safely find his level 6, he's just gonna feed. Mid lane, there is going to be an arrow going through. Will connect onto the Tusk, but that's not the kill they wanted. They wanted to get down the Alchemist. Do they have enough damage for it? He's going to be regenning up as fast as he can. He will be going away now as the Blink Scream comes through from the Queen of Pain. She might get out with her life, but maybe not. There's going to be a defensive disruption here from Ill coming through onto Kef. Do they have the damage? She does not have the Blink. She wants to go in further. She's got the dagger. If she can find it, Mirana gets the kill with the arrow. And now Lolik, the lone survivor of this engage, it's going to be a 2 for 0. Now Fringe joins the fight. He does not have his lasso. He's going in. He's got the fire. He's burning down Ill. He has the right clicks. The napalm as well. This could be a trade that they're willing to make as they do lose their Shadow Demon. Mirana, she wants to run away, but the pounce is still on cooldown. She doesn't have the jump. She's burning. She's going to be taking some sticky napalms in, so she might end up going down here. Gyrocopter, he wants to help out, but he's just not sure how. He doesn't have the missile ready to go, so it will be Mirana falling as well as the Shadow Demon. A relatively even trade. Kill score now at 4 to 4. Up in the top lane, Nyx has managed to find his level 3, slowly but surely crawling back into this game. In terms of fight recap, that was very even. XP hardly changes. A little bit more gold in favor of the Dire. We'll see what's going to go down now. So overall, there's going to be runes going through. Alk is able to get that bounty rune. He has gotten all the bounty runes so far in the game. So that's going to be a decent chunk of gold going his way. Oh no, up top, Nyx Assassin could get rotated around on once again. He's got to be safe. He's got his Carapace ready to go. Will he cast it in time? He's got the Impale. He's got the mana burn. Will burn the mana onto the Undying. Pounces off the mark. Nyx now no longer has mana for the Impale. Come on, man. Use that Mango. Get that Impale. The Carapace apparently is enough to stave off the damage for now, but Nyx is going to be heading back to the well, either by his own accord or by being killed for like the 4th time this game. Now Alchemist, it looks like he's trying to farm up. He has opted to go for the Poor Man's Shield. That's a step that not a lot of Alchemists go for, getting that extra survivability before going for something big, like the Radiance or whatever else he chooses to go for. Oh man, Ill is now in a heap of trouble here. He's got a defensive disruption if he needs it, but he is stuck between 3. He's going to get bashed up by the snowball, and, well, that disruption can't help forever with the double damage. Queen of Pain, this could be huge here. She's got her ultimate. Will she let it fly? Looks like she's going to be doing some right-click damage first, going up against the Alchemist. Going to be blinking away to safety, sacrificing the Marana. I'm surprised Queen of Pain didn't let her ult rip there. They will be getting down the Bat Rider, but good golly. That was, a little bit of hesitation from the co-op maybe cost their team that fight. Will be unloading the ultimate now, but without the follow-up of the dagger, they might not have it. One more hit would have done it. Come on, co-op. Cast that dagger. I know you got it in you, but either way, Elk going to be hopping into his ultimate form. Will be living through this big misplay from the Queen of Pain, not fully committing, instead wasting her cooldowns and not getting anything out of it. Just allowing Elk to go regen up, get that rune when it spawns. There's going to be a call down here onto the Elk. He's in his ultimate form, so he's going to be taking a lot of damage, regenning up. He's got the acid spray. The arrow from the Rana was not on the mark, so he will be able to get back to safety. Meanwhile, top lane, Nyx Assassin still getting closer and closer to that level 6, but nothing just yet. So down here in the bottom, Bat Rider level 4. He really wants to get that lasso to start things off, but, well, for now, he's going to have to play on the back lines. Marana's here. The arrow will fly through, will not... Oh, barely connects onto him. Now there's the damage. There's going to be a rotation in from the Tusk, but it's not going to be enough. In fact, Tusk goes through with the snowball, with the ice shards, but Focus still feeling fighting fit. We'll take some unnecessary tower shots here. We'll be able to get back. The defensive disruption is there if they need it. Meanwhile, top lane, we do have Nyx Assassin. Going to be getting that level 5 and a couple of wit creeps, and that's getting too close to his level 6 for comfort. In fact, I think the Dire might need to start putting a little bit more pressure onto the Nyx. He has died twice, but feeling a little bit of freeze since then. Now there's the Pounce, there's the Tombstone. Nyx does not want to engage on this, but the Pounce is going to be enough to lock him in place, force him to take the damage, and force him to head back to the well. Now Bill going through, will be trying to get down that Tombstone, goes the way of Kaiser. Fair chunk of gold going to the Queen of Pain, who will be building up the power treads. I doubt those are going to be an armlet or a Midas, so going to be getting some extra agi or strength or whatever she likes going in her favor very shortly. So now Tusk will pick up that Windlace. Could be for casual movement speed. He could be going for a Drums, but Drums got pretty nerfed this patch. It just doesn't give you what it used to. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see the casual Windlace as a way to get just that extra bit of movement speed to catch up to your prey. Now we've got the Gyrocopter. He's actually a little bit poor here, switching over to net worth. He's second on the chart. He does get that bounty rune, which helps him out a little bit, but he's not really getting his first big item yet. He's got 1,000 gold in the bank, so if he picks up a Blade of Alacrity, he's most likely going into that Saint and Yasha. If he goes for the Mithril Hammer, going for that BKB, we'll see what he wants to prioritize here. He could also go for a Stepping Stone like the Drums, but I do like the Aquila in place of the Drums. I think it gives you the stats that you really want the Drums for. So Al continuing to farm up. Looks like he will be picking up that Helm. So going in most likely for the Armlet first, giving him some more sustainability. I think that's going to be great if he gets nuked by an arrow. Just pop on that Armlet, make yourself live as long as possible. Nyx Assassin has managed to get his level 5, getting very, very close to that level 6. And once he gets that, he's going to be a roaming machine. Speaking of roaming machines, we've got the Marana setting up, wants to find an arrow. There will be a call down as well. The arrow flies through, and it flies true. The Satyr nuke to help him out. The burst damage is there. The Tusk goes through. Oh, man, it looks like he will end up falling back to the grave himself. The Ice Shards was great. The Snowball connected onto 3, but the follow-up damage wasn't there. And Radiant get 2 for the price of 1. So overall, that's going to be about 1,000 gold going in favor, 1,000 XP as well, cleanly to Broodmothers. This is going to be the start to the game that they desperately need. So Droid now, he's got his hand on Midas on the Slark. I don't hate this. Usually I'm not a big fan of Midas's on Slark, but he's so snowbally, and he already has 2 kills to his name that the Midas is just going to accentuate that. He'll be able to get his levels even without getting farm. So he can hunt heroes and not fall too far behind in terms of XP. Alright, so rotations through from Quap Illusions. Now with Nyx Assassin sitting at that level 6, he does have the Vendetta ready to go. He's got the mana boots as well. That's going to give him the sustain he needs to start being a huge presence now in the mid game. Gyrocopter hopping back to the well to get some much needed health and mana, but after that, Broodmothers can really start to fight. Their danger period is over. They got their Gyrocopter through. They got their Nyx through with, I'd say, minimal losses. It's not ideal, but, well, he didn't throw the lane or anything. Now Lolik will scout out the Mirana. Trying to go into this. Their mana burn will come through from the Nyx Assassin. Getting Droid kind of low. He's still got enough mana for his ult if he needs it. Undying. He's just chilling. Waiting for someone to jump on him, but no one taking the bait just yet. Shadow Demon getting some much needed farm all to himself. He will be getting his level 6 very soon, so the Demonic Purge gonna be helping out, but it's not crucial. Usually you want Shadow Demon with your team because he's way more valuable helping out get kills than he is helping out clear lanes. Alright, now Nyx Assassin will go through. Has that Spike Carapace going through with the mana burn. Gonna get that nice stun up. Okay, they're just gonna unload up the Alchemist, who briefly hops into the snowball. Now Tusk has to give his life, but Alchemist, he will end up going down as well. The final strike of the call down takes him out. Now Lolik in some trouble here. The Flame Blade comes through, and it's just gonna be a Tombstone up in the air. Not enough to save his life. Tombstone getting more and more gold to Nyx Assassin. Now the drag comes through. They might be able to get a return kill onto Focus. That'd be a very huge kill. Moonlight Shadow comes through, but it's not enough to save the life of the Gyrocopter. So Gyrocopter goes down. Trading for an Alkin and Undying, though. Not the worst trade in the world. Nyx Assassin still feeling healthy. The Moonlight Shadow will expire relatively soon. I don't think they want to reinitiate off of this, but they could. They've got the arrow. They've got the disruption ready if they want to. So Queen of Pain will be going for the Orchid as she picks up an Evelbean Staff. Yet to be seen whether she wants to also go for the Bloodthorn. Could be pretty big there. It's not usually prioritized on the Queen of Pain. Clinks is more the hero it's designed for, so I'm surprised Clinks wasn't a higher priority in this game. I don't believe it was picked or banned, but either way, the Quap is getting a lot done here. But Nyx Assassin might need to be a little bit careful here. Going up against the Batrider. Batrider does not have detection, but he does have his Blink Dagger. It's going to be pretty decently timed considering the start he had in lane. Now Nyx is going to go through. Could find a double Impale here. This could be huge. Going to be going through with the burn. Only gets the Impale onto Lolik, but it's enough here. Queen of Pain unloads the ultimate. Looks like Slark will be able to get away, but they do lose the the Undying for pretty much nothing. On the back lines here, they want to get more. They want to get the Batrider as well, but the Tusk goes through. Nice snowball. Does end up picking off the Shadow Demon. Fringe now feeling very, very low. The arrow, will it fly true? It will not. Batrider's able to juke around that. It's going to be a Shadow Demon for nothing. Batrider stays up, stays alive, and now Kaiser, 3 seconds to blink, will get lassoed up. Queen of Pain, not going to be so lucky this time. Ends up going down, will take out the Batrider with him. She gets off that final screen of pain. It's enough to get down the Batrider, so at least she doesn't go down without a fight. But overall, you don't want to feed your Quap like that. You want to keep her safe behind lines. So Gyrocopter has finished up the Helm with Dominator. He's going for the Belt of Strength, so probably going to be going into the Sange. But he does still have some flexibility for that. Alright, here you've got the Alchemist in the mid lane. He knows that the Nyx Assassin is probably somewhere nearby. But I think Dire, they got to step up their sentry game just a little bit. Undying, he's got 1 sentry ward here, but oh, what's going to go down here is Nyx desperately wants to find the Slark, but Slark is such a terrifying pick to go after. He's got that ultimate that restores him to pretty much full health. You can't target him, you can't do a whole lot to him, and well, the Dark Pact at full health as well could turn things pretty ugly for the Nyx very quickly. There's going to be a triple man smoke going up to the top lane. Finding the Undying would be pretty nice here. He has died twice, and it's only a support Undying, so it's not a huge pick, but it opens up the opportunity to take the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Nyx Assassin going through. Could end up just taking down the wave. Mirana as well. Playing the support role is not going to get anywhere near enough farm to go for that Aghanim Scepter, so she's going to have some measly damage, but putting it on the shoulders of the Quap might not be the worst idea. She's already got 2 Oblivion Staffs almost to the Orchid. And there we go, picking up the recipe for the Orchid. Will mean she's going to be a lot more useful. Now Nyx Assassin wants to find out the Batrider. Batrider does have the lasso ready to go as well as the Blink. So Nyx falling a little bit behind, not having the Blink to his name just yet. counter smoke now by the Dire heroes. They want to find something out of this. They know the Nyx is probably in the area. His vendetta will run out in just a couple of moments. But for now, just getting the pick on this tower would be huge. That would really open up the Radiant jungle to the Dire heroes. Mirana, she's got some sentries. They're giving really nice vision here. That ward not scouted out by the tower, and they just keep some nice vision onto Slark. He's really not got a whole lot of options to get away aside from the Shadow Dance. The arrow will be blocked by a creep. He's in his Shadow Dance right now. Do they commit for this? No, there's going to be a rotation out from the Tusk. Maybe they try to bait the Tusk in. Tusk cancels his rotation, and now mid lane, that's where they're going to go down. They get the Walrus Punch up. They do end up getting the Shadow Demon most likely after the defensive disruption ends. Quick pick for GUS, and well, Radiant, they've got to start playing together. Shadow Demon really shouldn't ever be on his own. He doesn't do a whole lot on his own. He's not a split pusher. He's not a fighter. You want to combo him with the Mirana, with someone that can do damage on the back of his disruption.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Run, buddy, run!
So now Alchemist, he is going to get himself a haste rune. Not the bounty rune that he wanted, but, well, it's enough to keep him speedy. He will pick himself up his relic, so going to be going for the Radiance after picking up an armlet. Pretty solid build there, and, well, he's going to be scaling pretty nicely in terms of net worth. He's still on the top of the chart, followed up by the Queen of Pain and the Gyrocopter, though, so he's got to keep tabs on that Gyro, who could easily start to run away with things. Gyro is 4, 1, and 6. Pretty decent KDA. Now going to be building into the Yasha to finish up the Sange and Yasha. Quirky build there, starting with the Band of Elfskin rather than the Blade of Alacrity, but we'll see what he's able to do with it. So now Nyx Assassin desperately saving up for his Blink Dagger, doesn't want to take too many risks. The arrow does connect onto Droid. This might be too big to pass up, though. He does have the Shadow Dance. He has the Midas off cooldown, so might want to get that done before he gets ganked. Meanwhile, the rest of the Dire, they're here, they're ready to party. They want to punish the Radiant for any sort of out of positionness they might show.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So finally some tower push coming out as things have been very kill focused, not a whole lot of objectives being taken. Dire gonna pop their Fortify here. It's only a tier 1, not too huge if it goes down. The offlane tier 1 on the Dire side is just not really that important, but Snowball top lane, there's where the action's gonna go down. The Walrus Punch comes through. The Spike Carriers from the Nyx can only do so much. Oh, nice Impale, locking 2 under the call down. That's gonna be Droid, most likely falling to his death. He's gonna TP out here. They do end up losing the Tusk. The arrow will not be enough to stop the TP, but fantastic initiation job. Nyx, I thought for sure was a goner there, but able to turn it into the Radiant's favor. Queen of Pain goes in aggressively with the Orchid onto the Alchemist, but not enough damage to really finish the job, leaving him with a spook, letting him off with a warning. But now Radiant's Alchemist is something to be feared. He's going to accelerate in terms of his net worth. Great farming item for him, but well, it seems like Broodmothers, they're playing so cohesively, and with the Nyx Assassin getting closer and closer to being online with that Blink Dagger, it's going to get very scary. Lots of pings coming out as everyone's trying to figure out the best way to initiate. Looks like the Dire will end up pinging out that Gyrocopter's doing Ancients. Are they able to do anything against that, though? Gyrocopter getting a nice pretty penny here, finishing off that Sange and Yasha. Could be going into something funky, but meanwhile, we've got initiation going down here in the mid lane. There's going to be a death revealing all of the Moonlight Shadowed heroes. Now Ill in some serious trouble, not able to get out alive. Looks like he may end up falling there after the defensive disruption. This is going to be the first kill going the way of Slark, but now Queen of Pain able to turn it, getting a kill on the Tusk. Focus. He desperately wants to live through this. Can he run fast enough? He's got his face boots chugging along. There's a blink in from Droid. Droid has the pounce in 2 seconds. Can Gyrocopter juke this out? Looks like he will be able to. One hit is not enough. Those phase boots from Gyrocopter saving his life right there. Now Droid waiting for the blink. Oh, just too quick. Will end up going down. The TP was risky and it did not end up paying off. Meanwhile, Kaiser on a killing spree, able to take out the Undying on the back line. So it's overall, in terms of fight recap, that fight recap did not catch everything. Gonna be mildly in favor of the Dire, I believe. Now if Kaiser goes down, that's gonna be huge in favor of the Dire. Kaiser wanting to blink away, barely scraping out with her life. Now being chased down for all she's worth. She got the blink in 1 second. Can she get out? Looks like she will blink back to the high ground. That's gonna be enough. Meanwhile, there will be a return kill, taking out the Alchemist, but Alchemist does get the Mirana. Either way, when the Alch goes down, that team loses, no matter what it's worth. Getting the Mirana down doesn't matter as long as the Alch falls. His net worth is going to start to fall off immensely when he's not farming. So good job. Radiant dragging that relatively back to even with the kill on the Quap. The fact that the Quap survives is huge there. And now with that Orchid, she's saving up money. Most likely going into the Bloodthorn. We'll see if she wants to pick up that Chrysalis. That'll make her right click super spooky, but her utility may end up falling off a little bit. Nyx Assassin finally has his Blink Dagger, picking up some TP scrolls as well, keeping himself nice and mobile. That's going to really help out that initiation power, but Broodmother, they've got a steep battle ahead of themselves. They've got a Snowballing Slark. You've got an Alchemist now with the Radiance and Boots of Travel. He's going to be farming all around the map. His push is going to be huge. I wonder if Broodmother has enough counter push to really deal with that. Taking a look at overall XP, it's pretty much at 0 at 20 minutes in. Overall net worth, pretty much same story. So, pretty even game going forward. I want to give the edge to Broodmothers, as I think Nyx can really bring a lot to the fight. Gyrocopter's going to scale. Quap getting the items that she needs. But Alchemist can never be underestimated, especially once we hit that real strong mid to late game transition. Alright, on the back lines, you've got Nyx Assassin waiting to make his move. Moonlight Shadow coming in as well. Who's going to be the first to reveal it? Looks like they are going to go through. Call down coming in. Snowball trying to keep everyone safe, but for now, Imba is going to be the first to fall. That's absolutely huge. Great start for the Radiant team. They're going to be looking for more here. Quap, she's hasted up. She's trying to find 3. She already busted her ultimate, but it might be just enough. They're going to go through. Is this a full 5-man wipe? It is. 5-man wipe at 21 minutes in the game. Getting a Roche on top of that. What a huge spike for Broodmothers. This is exactly what they needed to assert their dominance and grab themselves a lead. Now GUS, they're gonna be feeling a little bit scared now. Man, Brood, it's gonna be S224J trying to go in, control the pace of the lane, but I'd be very surprised if Dire did not know this Roche was happening. There's not a whole lot they can do. The respawn timers are relatively low, but they'd have to TP in, walk into the pit, and that's just a very risky move when the Radiant are expecting it. Now the Roshan does end up falling, goes the way of the Gyrocopter. He's going to be building into a BKB, but with 2 lives on him, it doesn't even matter if he's not magic immune just yet. He has got so much damage. The call down doing so much work here. Gyrocopter taking another Ancient stack, getting more and more gold going his way. Oh, the Orchid onto the Undying. This could be a nice pick going the way of Broodmothers. They are able to get it now with the Shadow Demon ultimate. Now, everyone from the Dyers here, they might be getting a kill onto Ill, but at what cost? Now, Mirana going through. She's got the Starstorm. She's got the arrows in just a couple of moments. She's going to get Ice Sharded up. She may end up falling here. In fact, she will go down. The rest of the Radiant do not want to commit for this. They don't want to lose any unnecessary advantage. So they're going to back off. Queen of Pain feeling A-okay, just getting away with more and more gold in her favor. Now Alchemist, he's still on top of the net worth chart, but Kaiser giving him a run for his money. Picking up the ultimate orb, most likely going into the Scotty, could be going into the Scythe of Vice to get some more utility on the Quap, and, well, looks like it will be a Lincoln's, actually, blocking out the single target damage. I guess that works against Lasso, but not really a whole lot else. Mid lane, there will be an Impale. Quick kill onto the Tusk, not super vital. Tusk has gone down a bunch, that his net worth isn't that much to be had, but kills all around the board are going to continue to help the Broodmothers. So now Gyrocopter going in, applying some pressure here on Dying. He wants to form an impenetrable wall, but not a whole lot he can do. He pops down his sentry, which is going to be very nice, revealing Nyx Assassin if he walks in Vendetted. But now Kaiser going in very, very deep onto the Batrider with that double damage rune. No one wants to stand against the Queen of Pain right now. Tower going cleanly in favor of Broodmothers. And now it looks like they're rotating. They want more. They can go in and get a secondary tier 2 if that's what they're after.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Up top, you've got the Alchemist going through. Again, with those Boots of Travels, with the Radiance, with the Armlet, he's able to chunk down a wave. Oh, the fight's going down mid, though, as Kaiser, wicked 6 streak, using the very last of that double damage rune to get a kill onto the Tusk. Tusk has not had a very successful game here, trying to take the place of what the Earth Spirit was in terms of that initiation tool, but after Tusk snowballs in, there's not a whole lot he can do to survive. Yeah, he got some nice damage with the Walrus Punch, but he's usually killed before he has any sort of chance to react. Now Droid will be hopping in to that Shadow Dance. Gonna be dodging out an arrow and hopping back to safety, but for now, looks like they will end up losing the Alchemist. That's a huge pick once again. Alch going down for the 6th time this game. Queen of Pain completely on a roll here. 11, 1, and 6. Holy mackerel. Someone needs to stop the Quap before she gets absolutely monstrous, and I don't know if they can. She's got the Orchid, she's got the Lincolns. How do you get a hold of this girl? Looks like tier 3 might be time to get sieged as Radiant, they're moving in. They're going up onto the high ground. Focus here. He's got his eyes on the prize, going for this tier 3 tower as Kaiser now joins the party, hitting for over 150 a pop. Now with a Hyperstone picked up on the Quap, what is she doing here? She is crazy. Probably going for the AC on the Quap. Ultra utility, just making herself absolutely impossible to lock down and kill. And Slark, he had such a strong start in lane. He's 5-1-4. It's not like he's doing poorly, but his team just can't get out of base. And Slark, he needs to be farming heroes. He needs to be going in on the aggressive, and he just can't. I think this could be the beginning of the end for GUS. If they lose a lane of Rax here, a full lane of Rax, I don't know if they have the wave clear to really deal with it. Alk is fantastic at going in and clearing out the waves on the offensive, but defending his own Rax, oh man, the fight's going down here. The call down from the Gyrocopter, the Queen of Pain's ult. This could end up being it. It's going to be beyond, or godlike streak from the Quap. She's getting very low here, blinking back to safety. She wants to get down inbound. Can she do it? Looks like she will be going down. That's going to be Alchemist falling to Queen of Pain. Actually, Alchemist getting the kill onto Queen of Pain. That's going to be over 1,000 gold for the Alchemist. Now Mirana falls as well, so there is somewhat of a hold. Alchemist, he's in the grave for a minute. Slark now has to walk back, watching the rest of his racks go down. His focus, he's still here along with the next assassin. It's going to be super creeps in the bottom lane for the Radiant. But man, that was a very costly fight. Quap going down, feeding a godlike streak directly to the Alchemist. That might be what the Alchemist needs to get back in this. He's got the Manta, and that's going to be everything he needs to make 3 of himself, and 3 Radiances, and 3 heroes with Armlet. Just a lot of damage now. Oh no! Nyx's assassin might end up going down here. It's going to take a negative earn from the Undying. Droid's got another pounce in a second. Can he go in? Can Nyx juke it out? Looks like the pounce will not connect. Now the Gyrocopter coming with the call down, getting a nice stun from the Carapace. They're able to get down the Slark. They're able to get down the Undying as well, most likely. The Veil from Ill, rather, is what they need. So it's going to be Gyrocopter to the rescue, saving everyone here. Nyx ends up living for the second time, getting a crazy combo off of a Gyrocopter ult. Amazing communication from the Broodmothers. Now Nyx's assassin, importantly, did hold on to his gem there. Or rather, not his gem, the Batrider's gem. So after they got down the Batrider, Nyx's assassin grabbed it and held on to it. That would have been such a key kill for the Dire to get, but they weren't able to do so. Now Arrow, flying through, won't find out anyone. But the tier 3 going to be heavily under siege, and Batrider, he does have his ult. But does he really want to dive into all this damage here on the side of the Radiant? Now Kaiser is going to be sitting on 1,600 gold, has buyback if he needs it, but I mean, that godlike streak is gone. That's what you really wanted to protect, and also Kaiser just going back to farming, getting that gold, putting in them creeps, and it's a pretty spooky game. If you're GUS, if looking at overall XP, over 1,000 in favor of Broodmother's gold. Similar story, about 14,000 gold in favor of Broodmother. So all the items that are there on the cores for Broodmothers just aren't on the side of the Dire. You've got Tusk here sitting on what are essentially 10-15 minute items at 28 minutes in the game. It's not ideal. Tusk is going to be, along with the Undying, at the bottom of the net worth chart. Smoke comes out from Droid. He's looking for something here. They might be able to get a nice catch onto the Radiant, but the Radiant, they're all clumping together. They're not going to give away any unnecessary advantage. Now Blink in, they're going in. Fringe, it's going to get punished there. The spiked Carapace from the Nyx, the call down. It connects onto all 5. This is huge. Gyrocopter doing exactly what he needs to do. Now they are going to be able to get down the Undying. Immediate buyback from the Tusk. Only the Slark and Alk are able to get out of this alive. Good God, now Alk will stun himself up on the spiked Carapace. Impale comes through. He's in his ultimate form, so he's really hard to get down. Do they have the damage to do so? Now Droid will get a nice pounce onto Focus. Focus gets stunned up by the snowball. He may end up going down. He takes a Walrus Punch right to the face, but it's not enough to get him down just yet. Oh man, the Rocket Barrage doing so much work getting down the Tusk after the buyback. That's a dieback on the Tusk. Alchemist falling as well. This could be a GG. Now Droid, he's back in this. He manages to get himself a kill onto the Gyrocopter, but now he's dead. 73 seconds. No Slark, no buyback. Alchemist able to afford buyback now, but it's just him defending this Rax. I don't know if it's enough here as, well, Quap, she's about half health. She doesn't want to continue fighting. Just going to be a stalemate out for now, but what a crazy fight in favor of the Radiant. Almost 8,000 XP in favor of Broodmothers. Whew, need to catch my breath after that one. That was just an absolutely perfect call down from the Gyrocopter. He lost his life here on the high ground, but he started that fight off completely flawlessly. Now Blink in from the Quap. She wants to continue to apply the pressure here, wants to focus back GUS, so they cannot jump in. They cannot find any sort of foothold to get themselves back in this game. Alright, so we got like a zillion alchemists here ready to do some work. These are Disrupted Alchemist now, and Kef, well, he's sitting here. He doesn't have any buyback. He burnt it in the last fight, so he's even poorer now. His net worth, 1,400, almost 1,500 gold. Compare that to Alchemist's 18,000 gold. Good lord, there is a discrepancy, but we'll see if he's able to do what he needs to do, which is snowball in, get the ice shards, get the walrus punch. So far, it hasn't proved to be enough in these last couple of engages. Queen of Pain picking up the Assault Cuirass, so she's really, really hard to take out. She has had 2 deaths this game, but compare that to her 13 kills, 14 assists. She is all over the place, playing like an animal. Now that we're at the 30-minute mark, she may start to fall off, but that's only if GUS manage to find some sort of way to grapple themselves back up. And against this kind of net worth lead, it's going to be very, very difficult. Looks like that gem on Linux coming in handy. They're able to go through and deward a bunch. Snowball coming through. Moonlight Shadow popped just in time. Dust comes through from Kef, actually revealing a bunch, but now the call down once again on point by the gyrocopter. They immediately lose the tusk. No buyback for him. Now Droid in some trouble, has to pounce away. Another dust comes through, revealing the Moonlight Shadow once again, but on the backlands, Queen of Pain able to get down the Slark. Oh, this is huge as Imba may end up falling here. That's going to be Alchemist down for 90 seconds. No buyback. Fringe trying to get out. They do manage to break the TP. He is down. No buybacks anywhere on the side of GUS. This could be it. They're going to go through. They push in. GG is called out. It's going to be a clean 2-0 series for Broodmothers. What an amazing action-packed game. Holy hell. Whew. Need a little bit of water after that one. Good lord. So in the Star Ladder Pro League Season 14 group stages, game number 2 of the best of 3, Broodmothers do take this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your caster, Annie, aka Android, and I really hope you enjoyed the cast. If you did, please feel free to follow me on Twitter. It's in the handle to the right of the screen, right below the exit button there. And yeah, please feel free to let me know how I'm doing, if there's anything you want me to improve on. I will be casting the rest of this tournament, so stick around, follow this channel, StarLadder9, and I will be on tomorrow and all days to come. So thank you guys again. Have a great day.